In this video, we use Venn diagrams to produce the count for applications. A survey of 1,002 adults nationwide in 2018 produced the following information. 625 higher priority was to reduce gun violence. 395 higher priority was to own guns, and 50 favored both. How many favored reduced gun violence but not protect gun ownership? We could work this problem directly by taking the 625 and subtracting 50. So the number in A minus the number in both. So this number here turns out to be 575. Looking at our calculator, the 625 plus 395 minus 50 is equal to 970. Well, what we're talking about here is the amount that's in the union of both A and B. So this would be all of these areas shaded. Then since there was 1,002 people altogether, we'd have to add 32 to get our 1,002. So this allows us to add this part to our chart. As we said before, to get the answer, all we really had to do was take 625, subtract 50 to get 575. When I was in the Army, soldiers were allowed to eat at any mess hall they wanted. This is where my second problem comes from. A mess hall conducted a survey to help with food and supplies needed. The following data was obtained. 55 soldiers ate all three meals. 115 ate breakfast and dinner. 88 ate lunch and dinner. 77 ate breakfast and lunch. 148 breakfast. 182 ate lunch, and 272 ate dinner. We are going to answer the following questions. How many soldiers ate only dinner at the mess hall? Ate exactly one meal at the mess hall. Ate exactly 2 meals in the mess hall. Ate at least one meal in the mess hall. We flip OneNote over to the subpage and our calculator over to its solution. We use the following Venn diagrams and the following calculations to come up with the solutions. The number for breakfast was 140. The number for lunch was 182. The number for dinner was 272. The number that ate all three meals was 55, so this is shown in this Venn diagram. Next, we want to calculate exactly 2 meals. The number for breakfast and dinner was 115. The number for lunch and dinner was 88. And the number for breakfast and lunch was 77. If we subtract the 55 from these three numbers, we can get these three regions here. This turns out to be 60. This turns out to be 33, and this turns out to be 22, which is what we see in our calculator. Then we write these answers in the additive form. So we write that 60 plus 55 equals 115. 33 plus 55 equals 88. 22 plus 55 equals 77. Next, we want to figure out exactly one meal. This crescent-shaped area, this crescent-shaped area, and this crescent-shaped area. If we take the 140 and subtract these three, we end up with this answer to be 3. If we take the 272 and we subtract the 3, we end up with the answer to be 124 right here. And if we take the 182 and we subtract the 3, we end up with the answer to be 72, this answer right here. For 2 or more meals, we just combine the shading of these two Venn diagrams to get this answer. The at least one meal will combine the shading of the exactly one meal and the 2 or more meals to come up with the union of all three of breakfast, lunch, and dinner. This Venn diagram will allow me to answer the first 2 questions. Ate only dinner at the mess hall, that would be the 124. ate exactly one meal at the mess hall, that would be the sum of these three. So that would be 3 plus 72 plus 124, which would be 199. Ate exactly two meals in the mess hall would be this Venn diagram. So we would want to add together the 22, 60, and 33 to end up with 115. For our last answer here, we could take and add each individual's, or we could take our previous answers plus the 55 and add them together. So we could take the 55 plus 115 plus 199 to get our final answer to be 369. This ends our lesson on counting sets using Venn diagrams.